Good morning, this is Babatunde with Pennystocking 100 to 1000. Welcome back to the series where we take a fresh account on Webull starting with just $100 and show you the journey it takes to grow that $100 into $1,000 over time. And we're back. Today is May 29th, 2019. Markets are still red, and when we left off last, the account was at $99, and I kind of got a surprise for you. I got a little bored and I increased the funds by $170 today. Because the account it's been a whole month since we started this series, and the account has been break even, and it's probably getting a little boring for you guys that we're not progressing overall, and it's getting boring for me as well. So, and it'll probably encourage me to actually trade smarter now that we're a little bit closer to the goal, and monetary wise. And I hope you forgive me, but the lessons are still the exact same. It's the same thing. The only thing that has changed is the money value, the monetary value. It's the same lessons, the same journey, it's the same experience. Nothing has changed except for the money. Hopefully this helps speed along the process and I trade a little smarter. And today, the only play you should have been in on was ELTK. That was the play for the day, up over 400% on the day. So that was the play. We made $53 on this. So not a whole lot, because I don't really trust these plays that often. I take my wins as they come. So we got in at 7:52 a.m. in the pre-market. We got in 250 a share. We saw this pop up on the screeners. It was around 220s, 230s, and then it started gaining some strength and some momentum and some volume coming in. It started pushing up to 240s. I went ahead and got filled at 250. I like to see that strength, and that's what encourages me to find and call the play of the day. So I bought into that strength, and then I sold into strength. Less than 10 minutes later, I made 20%. I sold it at $3 a share. If you can make 20% on your money in less than 10 minutes, you take it and you move on. So that's what we did. And just to show you the chart, we left a lot of money on the table. Like I said, it rose to 872 today, but that's fine. I did not trust it. I don't remember exactly what the news was. Some type of news, some type of a catalyst. And on top of that, there was earnings coming out that same morning. So there was going to be a conference call to discuss it at 8:30. Remember, we got out at roughly 8 o'clock. We don't like to hold these plays through earnings. This is a crap penny stock. We don't care about the earnings. The earnings are usually going to be semi-poor. They're going to be in debt. We don't really care about the earnings. So we don't want to hold it through that conference call at 8:30. So we went ahead and got out, locked in those 20% gains. Yes, this was a low float stock, just about $1 million in the float. So a lot of potential here, but again, it's just too much going against me, if you ask me, with the earnings coming. So I didn't want to hold it through that. So I couldn't expect that this was going to rise up like it did. So, but it did. I was going to get in for a dip buy in the 270s on the open, but then for some reason I decided against that and got in on another play. And I'm in on that right now, and that is JAGX, JAGX. And right now we're down $19 on that, which is 7%. We're holding this through the day, and we're going to sell it in the pre-market tomorrow, more than likely. We are not going to bag hold this stock at all. We're going to sell it tomorrow, period, win or lose. We don't care. And we're going to move on to the next play. But so we got in on this in the pre-market at 9.03, and we bought at 19 cents a share. And this has resistance actually at around the 20, 21, 22 area. If you actually go back, let me show you. Or not even that. So there's a lot of action going on the daily chart around the 20s, 22 area. So this has actual resistance in that area. You have to kind of ask yourself, and I asked myself this question on ELTK, but I didn't ask myself this question on JAGX, unfortunately. The question is this the best penny stock play you can possibly be in right now? You have to ask yourself that question. with resistance. Okay, the stock, I forgot to tell you, the stock was at, it reached a high in the pre-markets of roughly 21 cents. And then it started falling back down. And remember I got in at 19. And then it went back down to like 18-ish. And so I got in at 19. But you have to ask yourself, is this the best penny stock play I can be in right now? Granted, look at this chart. Like I said, there's resistance in the 21, 22 area. It just hit 21. We're in a 19. I know there's support in the 17s. If you look at the 15-minute candlestick, there's support in the 17s from the previous day before. So not a whole lot of risk. But again, is this the best play I can be in? If the range is looking like it's going to be from 17 to 20, 21. Is this the best play I can possibly be in? The answer is no. If the answer is no, you probably should not invest in it, you know. And even the float, 58 million in the free float. Is this the best play I can be in right now? No, absolutely not. And so we made a mistake by getting in on this when we should have got in for a dip buy on ELTK, but you know, things happen. So this was a terrible play for me. But again, like I said, it's low risk because, like I said, the support is in the 17s from the previous day. So we actually held that. We didn't like this action here on the open where it kind of broke the 1750s pretty convincingly. I didn't like that at all. But, you know, again, like I said, there's support in the 17s. So I expected maybe a bounce and some volume to come in as it hit the 17, and you know, it did bounce a little bit, but you know, only 5-6% to 18 cents. And I didn't want to go ahead and cut that loss because, you know, again, there's still more potential for it to possibly rise back up to 20, maybe, even though we didn't get that. And there's also potential that it could possibly drop back down to the support in the 17s. So again, it's trading between a range of 17 to 20-ish. So there's not a whole lot of risk, but then again, there's not a whole lot of reward as well. So I just went ahead and decided to hold this overnight because it's not going to be a whole lot going on with it. If I lose, you know, I just lose in the pre-market. I'll just go ahead and take that loss. At least it won't take up a day trade. You know, we'll move on to the next play. So we're going to go ahead and lock in a win or a loss regardless tomorrow. We're not going to bag hold this, and we're going to move on to the next big play. And again, like I said, you need to use this criteria that I outlined in my ebook, The Only Penny Stocking Strategy You Need from $100 to $1,000. Assess the situation. Is this the best and only the best penny stocking pattern you can be trading right now? Again, JAGX, absolutely not. You need to ask yourself this question before you get into every trade. You know, is there a lot of buying power? Is there a lot of strength? Is there a lot of, not only is there a lot of strength, because a lot of these pre-market plays will have an impressive move. An impressive move, maybe 20%. But then there's like, if you look at the volume, there's like what, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 shares being traded. So it's like possible manipulation or FOMO buyers. You know, so it's not a whole lot going on. It's not the best play. But when you look at something like, again, ELTK, you know, where there's like, well, you can't see this here on this chart, on the charting software they have here, but ELTK, tons of volume. What was the volume today on this stock? Again, the float 1 million. The volume traded today was 36 million. So trading 36 times its float. You know, of course, you couldn't know that initially, but even in the pre-market, each 15-minute tick is, you know, what, 100,000, 200,000 shares being traded. So that's the type of impressive volume and price movement that I want to see in the play for the day. That's what you want to look for initially. You know, there you go. Knowledge drop right there for you guys. So yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for this lesson. Again, I hope you all banked big on this, and I'm not going to chase this right now until I see some conviction, maybe in the morning in the pre-market. You know, maybe that'll retest that $8 range, but you know, we'll see what happens. There'll probably be another big play moving on to the next play. So we just encourage you all to stay motivated, stay inspired, study hard so you find only the best penny stocking strategy or only the best penny stocking play you can find. And eventually, penny stocks will reward you. Thank you.